Hey, it's your brother Van Silk, not in my house. Another segment. Okay, here's a topic that we need to discuss. American Airlines. Seems like they're having problems with a passenger of colors. Yeah, colors. Not too long ago, they took Odell Beckham off for flight. I think the comedian Joe Torre, or Guy Torre, one of the Torre brothers, had a problem with American Airlines. And there was a situation with track and field star Sakari Richardson. I'm a little iffy on that one because it seemed like she was more of the aggressor. But it comes down to Brooklyn rapper Talib Kweli, who was boarding a flight from Texas. And we know he's not an aggressive person. You know what? I'm gonna let him explain this. Fair use. I think we need to understand what goes on and what happens, especially even when you're being courteous, even when you're being polite. And I think the airlines are giving the stewardess too much power. That's what seems to be the problem. So check out this scene that Talib taped, and after that we have a discussion. This your brother Van Silk, not in my house. I'll be right back.
Can I take our conversation?
That's fine.
Okay, I appreciate
that. I don't care.
Okay.
So what's going on?
I can't do what?
Okay, hold on.
See what I'm dealing with?
Okay. Let me ask you.
I asked the question and you had said I couldn't take. I would have said no.
I just got here literally.
Okay.
So, this is, I understand it's a baggage thing.
Yes.
Is this the only bag that you have?
Okay, let me explain. I have a bag. This bag is like a convertible bag, right? So I have hats.
Touch it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
I have hats here at the top of this bag.
Okay.
Now I fly all the time. I'm a platinum, elite, whatever. So I understand the rules of the bag.
Okay.
This bag converts. If you fold it, I can put the clips here. Now the only reason I was digging through my bags earlier, and I didn't put the hats back in the other bag because normally it's not really an issue with this bag.
Okay.
So I have another bag that my hats can fit in. He stopped me, and the first thing he said is, "You're gonna have to check your bag." He didn't say, "Could it fit? Is there something else you could do with the bag?" And so I said to him, I said, "Well, what's the problem?" He said, "Well, come here. You got to come here. You got to check your bag." So he, in my opinion, he very condescendingly explained to me what I already understood. And when I let him finish, I explained to him I could take the hats out of the bag, put it in my other bag, fold this bag so it fits under the thing.
All right.
Now I feel like when I explained that, we should have been solved, no problem. But he wanted to flex his authority on me, and now we're here.
Okay. Right now I am the deciding factor.
Okay.
So let me see. Is this? You said you have another bag?
Sure. My other bag is already in the.
So we can see so far they're having a polite conversation. Talib is very polite. The bag that he had, the hats could be removed. He flies American Airlines. He said he's a platinum, whatever he called it. So that means that they could look up his name real quick and see that he flies a lot. Not too long ago, he was in Africa. But this is the problem I'm having. Again, just like the lady said, I make the final decision. These are people who job are basically on airline waitresses, sky waitress. But here's the problem. It used to be the captain. Now, as we listen to this more, it's sad that not only was he removed from the plane, and he kept the same character. Nothing got out of hand. Everybody else had to get off the plane, so now they blaming him. The police said that they didn't see anything wrong because they have the authority to remove him from the plane. And if you listen, the police actually say there was nothing wrong, and they left. But it seems like somebody feel that when they wrong, they have to find another way to justify them being wrong. Instead of saying, let's move forward, I apologize, and people would go to the extreme just to prove a point, even though they're wrong. So now the plane is delayed. Everybody have to debunk from the plane. Most likely, everybody have to reboard all over again. And let's just go back and listen to the rest of this. This is your brother Van Silk, not in my house.
So at that point,
So you just told me the crew doesn't feel safe with me on board?
yes, sir.
For what reason? What did I do to make the crew feel unsafe?
I guess
I obeyed every rule. I didn't break any laws. I didn't yell. You can ask the passengers. I didn't raise my voice. What did I do to make people feel safe?
if we can get this stuff off the period off, and we can talk more in depth.
I don't believe I broke any laws. I didn't disrespect anybody. I'm a paying customer.
I understand that.
So
I really do.
what's the problem?
The problem is the flight can't go unless you can.
Why? What did I do wrong? If I paid my ticket and I obeyed the rules, what did I do wrong?
It's the crew. I can't do anything, and we can't. Neither one of us.
So a crew can just make up a story on a customer. I'm a platinum customer of this airline. So one person can make up a story with no details and no proof, and he could just say that I'm a platinum customer of this airline. So one person can make up a story with no details and no proof, and he could just say that he's not comfortable with me flying. Is it because I'm black? What is the reason? What is causing his discomfort? I don't understand. If you can ask the other customers, I haven't yelled, I haven't raised my voice, I obeyed the laws. The only thing I did was I told him that I don't like the way he's speaking to me, because the way he was speaking to me was very rude, off time. And he didn't give me an explanation for why he was questioning me. And as he explained to you, the gate agent let me through with my bag. All I had to do was fold the flap of my bag. I explained this to him. I attempted to explain this to him. He wouldn't let me explain because he was dead set on trying to take my bag and put me off the flight from the first time he spoke to me. I don't deserve this. He said to me, and it turns out it wasn't true, but what he said to me was, I can't make this decision. My superior has to make this decision. She comes down. She listens to me. I taped it. I have it on tape. She listened to me. She listened to him. She says to me, okay, show me that your bag can fit. I did. I took the hats out. I put them in here. I folded the bag. Look how small that bag is. This is the bag that he was arguing with me about. I showed her the bag could fit. She said, okay, being that the bag is fit, you sit there, and if he says anything to you, just try to respond in a polite way. I said, I'll do you one better. I don't have to speak to him at all. I don't need any service from him. There's 2 flight attendants. I don't need to speak to him. We don't need to have altercations. It's a flight. I don't want nobody to feel unsafe. I don't want to have any confrontation, altercation. What I was telling him was, what he's upset about is he kept trying to explain to me the rules. And I said to him, sir, I'm not breaking the rules. Right. So I feel like you're just being condescending for no reason at this point. Okay. And so the flight attendant, as you see, I'm sitting, have me arrested.
Okay. But nobody talked about any, arresting.
That's not true.
Well, but from us.
Okay, but
on our side, we're the only ones who can make that decision.
Okay.
And as it goes right now, that's
okay. I'm just letting you know that twice I've been told by the people at the airline I'm going to jail.
Okay. But unless you do something incredibly out of character, what you're doing right now, what we've encountered, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so I'll continue like this.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
After he explained that I was disobeying the rules, and that he explained to me the rules of air travel, which, to be honest with you, felt a bit condescending because I'm a first-class passenger to travel full time. I said to him, okay, now that you've explained, can I speak? I said, can I speak? I said, if you would let me say what I was going to say, I have hats in that bag. I could take the hats out, put them in my other carry-on, which is right here. Right. I said, once I do that, I can fold the bag, and then it fits under the seat. He didn't want to hear any of that. He said, you have to check the bag. I said, listen, if he tells you an instruction in the air and you disobey it, you're going to jail. This is what she says to me. I'm a black man in America. I'm like, what? I paid good money for this seat. Why am I being told that I'm going to jail? So I said to her, I feel like that it's wrong for you to be telling me this. I didn't break any laws. I'm a paying customer. I have just as much rights as every customer. You're not telling any other customer, you better listen to the flight attendant or else you're going to jail. So why am I being told this? So she says, I hear you. She leaves. She comes back. She tells me, okay, I don't have good news for you. You have to get off the plane. I'm like, why do I have to get off the plane? She said, because the flight attendants feel uncomfortable with you. I said, I don't feel like I did anything to make anyone uncomfortable. I didn't yell at nobody. I didn't break any rules. I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm a paying customer. And you guys are the law. I'm not the law. I don't know the specifics of the laws right now. I don't know if I'm technically breaking any law right now. What I do know is that my human rights are being violated, and my rights as a customer are being violated.
We're just going to relay it to you.
But one of the things she did say is they said that right now they will rebook you on another flight.
I don't want to fly with this airline. I'm being treated this way. I hope you understand that.
Or a refund. Maybe
that's
they can do that.
completely up to you. But the only other thing, like I was getting to say, is that they bring us in. They say, like, if we tell you Mr. Green, you have to get off the plane. You say, no, I'm not going to admit that. Then it can become a trespass issue. You seem very reasonable. You seem very calm. I don't think there's going to be any kind of issue at all. But like I said, you may fly on this flight or on another flight. You may fly with another airline.
No, I understand.
But not this one.
I understand. I just wanted to document that they're willing to call police on a customer for nothing.
But you've been cooperative with us.
We get called out for nothing all the time.
I'm sure.
Believe us. And here's the thing. From what all I've gathered,
So as we was listening to this, and Talib had a very great demeanor. The police said that he was very cordial, but it was sad how, I don't know if she was a stewardess or supervisor, saying that she makes the final call, and the next thing you know, the staff don't want him on this flight. So now, because you can't justify the situation, the only power that you have is we don't want him on the flight. That's your glorification. And what's going to happen is, most likely, American Airlines executive office they're going to have to reimburse. There might be a lawsuit. It could be racially injustice going on here. This could become a racist issue because he didn't display any arrogance, any threatening conversation the whole time he was listening. But you got to understand something. People in this position, they would rather be wrong than be right and cost the company money. Because at the end of the day, the company going to feel that they was right too, but they just have to pay out. And the next thing you know, people are paying more for tickets. The police felt that there was no reason for him to leave the plane, but all of a sudden now the crew's uncomfortable. American Airlines, ain't my favorite. Number one, JetBlue, and number two, Delta, when I fly domestic. That's it. You can keep United and you can keep American Airlines. So, another chapter in the books. This your brother Van Silk, not in my house. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button so whenever I get ready to make a post or anything, you'll get it. And you can check out what I got going on. Make sure, check out the Grammys tonight. It's going to be very, 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 very interesting. They have a segment celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and there's a lot of the brothers out here in California right now. And I call it the last hurrah for some of us. This your brother Van Silk, not in my house. We got to go.